Welcome back to Thinking Maths. As we continue our journey down exponent laws, the next law we'll cover is the zero exponent law. It's probably one of my favorites. Now here's why. The zero exponent law says anything to the power of zero is always 1. Now normally when I ask that question in class, students want to say something to the power of 0 is 0. No, okay? It's always 1 regardless of what this a value is for the most part. And here's the proof of it, and I want to show you because it's really neat. Okay, if I had 2 to the 4, that's 16, 2 cubed is 8, 2 squared is 4, and 2 to the 1 is 2. Now, I love patterns in math. Unlike that chemistry stuff where there's exceptions to the rules, math is very nice and routine and very expected. And here's one that I like seeing. I can look at this pattern here that's consistent every time. And you can see that every time I go up, I'm dividing by 2 when my exponents are reduced by 1. So you can see 4 minus 1 is 3, minus 2 is 1 there. Now, if we keep that trend going, the next one when I subtract 1 is 2 to the 0. And on this side, when I divide by 2, I get 1. So 2 to the 0 is 1, and you can try this with any number, and it always works. Something to the power of 0 is always 1. So once you understand that concept, the examples are really easy. Let me show you. Alright, I'm going to start off really complex here. 5 to the 0. Well, applying my law, it's 1. Now, I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you as we get going here. So, 6xy to the power of 0. Now, you might think, well, last video, these were power of a product, so I can take 6 to the 0 of each of them. And yeah, you could, sure. And anything to the power of 0 is 1. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Or you can just say, according to my rule, any base with an exponent 0 is just 1. You don't need to do any of this at all. You see something to the power of 0, it's 1. Okay? Last example here. And I often give this one on the test, just don't tell my students this, it might give it away. Alright, 256 to the 7 over 9, x to the negative 3, y to the power of t to the power of 0. Now I love when I do this, well, my students don't love it, but I love it because they're working for 5 minutes and 5 minutes and they tell me they're stuck and I'm saying, okay, what do you see? And they say, well, it's something to the power of 0. I'm like, and what do we know about something to the power of 0? And they go, oh. I spent 10 minutes on that for me to learn it's 1, and then, yeah, sorry, but you got to know these concepts. They're so important, all right? Next up, we look at the negative exponent law, which I also really like because it's an extension of this 0 law.